Hello, I'm Dave Parker for the Padilla Poll and P Squared Sports. I'm with Coach Todd Rodgers of Argyle, Texas, state champion Argyle, Texas, I might add. And Coach, welcome.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Coach, tell me what it means to a small town like that to win a state championship.
Well, it means a lot to Argyle. Argyle is a relatively new school district. They were a K-8 district long before I got there, and they made a financial decision to start a high school, and there's a previous head coach before me, and they brought me in, and we were fortunate enough to play in the 2005 state championship and made it back in 2011, and then finally won it in 2013. So it's been a long time coming for sure.
That is so awesome. Anybody coaching for you off that 2005 team?
No, we had a young man apply this summer, and we went a different direction. He already had a coaching job, and the only reason we went a different direction is he's engaged to my daughter. So it was a good deal.
Oh my goodness! And you thought the nepotism was just too much.
It might not bode well at my house, so it's good.
You do have to go home occasionally.
I do, yes.
Although that doesn't happen often.
Not often during football season.
You know, let's talk a little bit about the families. We haven't talked about families. I mean, you had a 12-year-old daughter playing in a softball tournament yesterday. Do they miss a lot? I mean, you're gone a lot. I mean, you're working really hard, and it's really important to have a wife that will really support you.
Well, we have a unique situation there in Argyle. The school district is awesome, and they bus all the teachers and coaches' kids over to the high school from the younger campuses, and so about 3:45 every day there's kids from the elementary school and intermediate school all over the field house, and all those kids, all those coaches have been working for me for about 8 or 10 years, and so it's like a daycare around there. But that's awesome to be raised around the field house. I can't think of a better way to raise a young man or a young woman around good Argyle kids, and so far it's worked out pretty good.
Kind of teaches your players some responsibility as well, huh?
It does. They have an immense responsibility, and obviously we have a Adopt the Eagle program where our kids, basketball kids and our football kids, go down to our elementaries and talk to our kids, and those kids really connected with those younger kids, and so we were fortunate this year to play in 5 state championship games, and so we always run the bus by those elementary schools and by those intermediate schools, and let those kids, give them signs and pat them on the back and have a little pep rally before they leave and go to Austin or go to Cowboy Stadium or whatever. It's an interesting concept.
That is a totally interesting concept. Tell me about this year's team. What do you think you're going to have?
I think we're going to have a good football team. We lost a lot of really good football players last year that had been contributing 2 and 3 years to the program, but our JV was 10-0, and our old freshman team was 8-1-1, and we really felt like those kids have done an honest job of committing to the weight room and to the off-season program, and great summer of 7-on-7, and I really believe we're poised to go. I'm not going to boast and say it's going to be back-to-back, but I am going to boast and say that it's going to be a good year, and it's going to be generally unexpected by most people to play the type of level of football I think we're able to play this year.
Talk about a couple of your kids that are really important to you. Well,
obviously Nick Ralston is our running back. He's 230 pounds. He's 6'2". He's committed to Arizona State. He's a solid, rock-solid young man. Does well in the classroom. You know, has been and could have been recruited by most of the strong academic institutions across the nation. But he liked Arizona State. Todd Graham came in and he was enamored of that program, able to go out there. So Nick Ralston is going to be our ball carrier and maybe play a little bit of Mike Backer. And we believe in running the football and playing really good defense, and he fits both those tabs.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, good luck. I know you'll do well. And I'd love to come to Argyle just to see those kids. Well, send those kids off to football games.
Well, you know what? You need to come out to Argyle. We're the only show in town, and it's a pretty good sight on Friday night, I promise you.
Well, I would look forward to seeing that. This has been Dave Parker for the Padilla Poll and P Squared Sports. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
That's awesome.